Perfection is a state of beingness that keeps expanding forever unto eternity. No matter how perfect any state of being one reaches, there is always a greater level to open and expand into. This is what creates the magic of enlightenment. Anamar. Chapter 6. Telos Codes of Entry. From those of you who have become aware of our existence beneath Mount Shasta, we feel a great longing to visit Telos and meet us face to face. We feel your great desire to experience the wonders and magic of an enlightened civilization, and to reconnect with your former family members who are living in Telos or elsewhere in the fifth dimension. On the inner plane, we feel your longing and hear your thoughts. When can we come to visit Telos? When will the doors of Telos be open to surface dwellers? Beloved ones, we want to share with you that your long wait will soon come to an end. We foresee that it could very well happen before the end of this decade. We will begin to invite small groups from the surface for a visit. We would like you to experience what can be accomplished in your world when the majority of the population adopts our way of life. You will acquire a totally new perspective on how wonderful life on this planet can be if lived according to divine principles and true brotherhood. It is important for you to realize that at first, and for quite some time, the visitations will be made by personal invitation only. Do not be concerned with how these invitations are expressed. When your turn to be invited comes, we have many ways of communicating with you, no matter where you live. Because we live in a fifth dimensional awareness, we exercise a strict code of entry for all those who are invited. Be assured that your personal invitation will not be forthcoming until you meet the requirements of that code of entry. To explain in detail the full implication of our requirements is not the purpose of this message. Nevertheless, let me give you a general overview of what will be required. First of all, only those who have attained close to a fifth dimensional awareness in their consciousness will qualify. This means that they will have embraced unconditional love for self and for others, as well as for all parts of life and all kingdoms. Duality consciousness needs to be released by at least 90%. It is also important to have balanced your masculine and feminine energies and cultivated harmlessness in every area of your life. I leave it to you to search your heart for what this all means. This is your homework, dear ones. It will lead you to self-discovery, to the wonders of who you really are and the qualities of divine self that have eluded you for so long. Second, you need to clear and heal your emotional and mental bodies of all negativity, past and present. All past and present records of pain, anger, grief, guilt, sorrow, trauma, shame, addiction, hopelessness, low self-esteem, negative imprints, miasms, etc., must be embraced and released from your subconscious mind, solar plexus and emotional body. Because of the high energy vibration of Telos, any emotions or thought forms of a vibration less than divine love would be amplified over 1,000-fold in your mind and feelings. Unless these records have been cleared, it would not be possible for you to stay in our vibration for more than a few minutes without experiencing trauma. Third, only those who have completed their 7th spiritual initiation and have attained or nearly attained readiness for the ceremonies of their ascension will fulfill our codes of entry. On this planet, the office of the Christ under Lord Maitreya and Lord Sananda, known as your beloved Jesus in his earth ministry 2,000 years ago, is the place where you can apply to receive these initiations on the inner planes. Most of you are not consciously aware that these initiations take place on the inner planes. However, they do take place and are governed by how you consciously live your daily life. Passing these initiations and moving on to ascension and spiritual freedom has been the goal of your many incarnations on this planet. The 7th initiation is certainly not the end of your evolution, but our codes of entry require that a candidate must reach this level of initiation to enter Telos. With the new dispensations now available, these initiations can be completed much faster than ever before in the history of Earth's evolution. What used to take thousands of years to achieve can now be accomplished, if you choose, within the next 10 to 20 years. For each requirement just mentioned, there are many ramifications. It is not our desire to make you feel that these goals are unattainable or to inspire hopelessness. We know that it is possible for many of you to attain this level of consciousness in a reasonable amount of time. Several thousand people on the planet have already reached these levels of initiation and beyond in the last few years. You may find them among the people you meet in daily life, although they are not necessarily identifiable. Those who have attained this level and know it, usually keep this information to themselves. Many more are constantly being added to the ranks of those who have achieved this level. We mention these requirements because many of you are familiar with us but are not aware of Telos codes of entry. Everyone who enters our doors, no matter who they are or where they come from, must attain the level of spiritual development needed to be introduced to a fifth-dimensional vibration. As you diligently do your spiritual work and gain momentum on your pathway of ascension, you will soon achieve these goals. Open your heart to love, and you will find that the initiations are much easier to pass through than continuing to experience the difficulty in which you find yourselves. The refinement that these initiations bring to your consciousness will open the doors not only to Telos, but also to the new Lemuria and other places of magic and wonder. Remember always that love is the key, dear ones. Love will open all doors to you and quickly propel you on your pathway to limitless spiritual freedom. From love you came and to love you now return. I am Adama, your Lemurian brother.